Hey guys, and welcome back to DCTC. I'm Seth, and today we're checking out the Jake and the Neverland Pirates Clay Buddies activity book. This playset comes with 6 characters we get to make out of clay and an activity book. All right, let's go ahead and get it opened up. I'll get some of this plastic off. And let's see what we got. Ah, there we go. So we've got a lot of our cutouts here and tons of clay. Goodness, look at that. Here's our activity book. Oh, and it also gives you this cool placemat so you can put your characters on top. Here are some of the cutouts. We have Bones, Jake, Izzy, Captain Hook, Scully the parrot. There's his eyes. And we have Cubby. And on the first page, inside of the activity book, you can see how to make each character out of clay. So I'm going to start with Cubby. He seems pretty simple. You have light blue, blue, and red. Some things you will need are the cutouts, obviously, of your character. So here's Cubby. There's a front and back. Your 3 colors. We have the dark blue, the light blue, and the red. And you can also use this little sheet here. You don't have to use it, but it totally helps. It has little stickies on it that help the cutouts stick onto the clay. So we'll show you how that works later too. And I also like to use a butter knife. Now this is a plastic one I got from a fast food restaurant, so it's pretty soft and easy to cut the clay with. Alright, so I got all of the little cardboard cutouts punched out, and you can see here's our Cubby. I have our 3 pieces of clay ready to go. Let's start by making him some shorts. So the only red thing on Cubby is his shorts, so that's pretty easy. I'm just gonna fold these in half, and I mean, that's kind of pretty much it. So I'm gonna squish them together a little bit. They're kind of like that. I'm gonna push them together a little bit. Then we just have to smooth it out. And let's put his little feet inside there. Oh, it actually says a little piece of this is supposed to be used for the base, so I'm going to use my Play-Doh, or it's not a Play-Doh knife, but it's my plastic knife. And there we go. Cut off a nice little even wedge, and maybe that's what he can stand on top of. There we go. Next part, his chest piece is the dark blue. It's going to be pretty easy. Again, I'm just going to kind of make this like letter N sort of shape. Just kind of squish the clay together. I'm just kind of smearing it right now. So as you can see, with my thumb, I'm just going to push over the clay to make it smooth. So see, it kind of looks like a little Pac-Man ghost. And I'm just going to put it on top, just like that. There he be. Oh, and you also want to poke out this little part here where his neck is. There's like a little cutout. There it goes. Then we're going to get that little light blue stick. I'm going to stick it inside the neck piece right there. That's what we're going to attach his head onto in a little bit. And let's see. Gonna stick his arm in. Alright, next is the face. All we need to do is make this into a blue ball. There we go. We're gonna stick that on like that. So you see, when we stick Cubby on, it's just going to look like part of his cap, his little bandana. And we stick in these 2 little guys. I think I'm going to do it like that. Awesome! Don't forget the patch on his shorts, right there. And let's see if he'll stand up. We have to fix his little stand real quick. And come on, Cubby. Oh, he's a little heavy. Okay, next I think I want to make Izzy, so we're going to need pink, red, and purple. And here they are. Also, we will need the cardboard cutout. There she is. Yep, says pink, purple, and red. So let's go ahead and punch out her cardboard cutouts. There we go. So the first part would be her boots. Oh, a little plastic still on there. We're gonna get the red, and I think we can use all the red for her boots, perhaps. So let's see, I'm gonna get one for each, squish them down a little bit. There we go, and I'm gonna pull out some of it. Oh man, I'm getting good at this. And I like to take out a little notch, so I cut in a little tiny rectangle. It's just like cutting out a little wedge. Oh, that wasn't that much. Need a little more. There it is. One boot. There are two boots after you do the same process one more time. Now, if you notice, the boots are kind of long. They look like clown shoes. There's a reason for that. We're gonna cut off a little bit of the fronts. So one on each. And I'm gonna smoothen that out just a little bit. Now, with these little guys, we're gonna flatten them out. And this is gonna be the cuff around the top of the boot. So with this one, you just kind of make it into something like this, like a little flat shape, and just wrap it around the top. And same thing for the other one. Awesome. Now the pants will be a lot easier, so we just need purple. Just gonna fold it in half perfectly, just like that. And there we go. You can squish down the top part a little bit. And I think the pink is gonna be for her head and her chest. So again, I'm gonna fold it down. The top part I'm gonna kind of squish together. I might as well squish together the whole thing, I guess. So here's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna make the chest piece first. You don't really notice the clay too much because this part's gonna go over right here like this. And the clay is just gonna kind of squeeze out. We're gonna put this stick in here. Remember this piece we cut off? So we're gonna make that a little bit more into like a head shape, like a circular kind of bubble. And then we can stick her face right there. Now we need to stick on her arms, and they're kind of on her hips like that. So you point it downwards and stick it in the side like that. So she looks pretty tough. She has two pigtails. And then we gotta put in her little bandana pieces right here. Awesome. So now we have two characters. Oh goodness, I got clay all over Cubby over here. I think the next one I want to do is Scully. So we're gonna need yellow, green, and brown. So here's our colors. We actually need a brown because half of it is gonna be what little Scully's gonna be sitting on. So it has it looking like this. And it's gonna be like a little perch. Just like that. But let's put that off to the side. And we need our cardboard cutouts. So the first color I want to start with is green. And all we have to do is kind of break off a little piece like that. And we need to make the main body shape. I broke this piece off so I could focus on making it his face. There it is. And let's put on his little eyes. One potato. And two. Now, he looks kind of funny right now, but we need to put on his beak. So we're gonna get some yellow, and we're gonna take one big piece and leave it off to the side. Maybe another little piece just like that. And then split these two in half. These two will be his feet. So the big piece is gonna be the big part of his beak. Let me flatten out the back. There. We're gonna have a little piece. That's gonna be the bottom part of his beak. And now we need to make his little feet. That's pretty easy. I actually have a lot of this, so I'm gonna save some of the yellow. I'm gonna break this one in half. And all you have to do for the feet is make like a little coin shape, just like that. And use some kind of tool, cut in twice. 1, 2. And see how those look like little bird feet? Gonna do it again. 1, 2. Those were a lot bigger. Okay, now we need to stick in the wings. Now for his bandana, he has little skulls on it. I'm gonna bend it kind of like this so I can fit it onto his head. And then we need to stick out the back 2 pieces. There we go, and I'm not really sure. Oh, we have the tail here. Yeah, I'll just leave it kind of flat. Okay, we might need the little white stickers for this one. So these guys, you just stick onto the cardboard. I'm gonna put 2 on it. This one's a little tricky. So there we have our 2. I'm just gonna stick it on Scully. All right. His beak is a little big. Might be too heavy for him. Let's make it a little smaller. Okay, that's a little better. Well, it said we needed some of the red, but oh, maybe this is actually just brown. Oh, okay, I get it now. So you just needed the brown. Half of it needs to be saved for Captain Hook's boots. So check it out. That'll just sit there like that. And then we can stick our Scully on top. Next, let's do Captain Hook. We're gonna need 1, 2, 3 different pieces of clay, so that's gonna be black. And those both look like red, but I think I have 2 different shades of red left, so we'll see how that goes. So here's Captain Hook's cutout. We have a little piece of brown for his boots. And here's one type of red, let's check it out. It certainly does match his outfit, or so I believe, and here's a different color red, so you can see I have 2 different kinds of red left. And I also have this one, so, Nope, this is a brown too. So this brown is probably for Jake and his boots. So let's see how I can make Captain Hook using 2 different reds. Okay, so I think I came up with a solution. Looking at his pant leggings, it looks like maybe his sleeves are supposed to be more maroon, maybe? Because check it out, it's pretty close. And this red, this might be more like his, his main entire outfit. So he's mainly red, but maybe he's got a few parts that are a little maroon colored. His hat is also maroon. So for Captain Hook's boots, let's break this brown piece in half. And this should be pretty easy actually. So we're gonna make kind of like an oval shape, like an egg. And let's see, we need to somehow, oh, I know totally what to do. Okay, so we're gonna use our knife, make sure there's no clay on it. Okay, so the front of the boot is going to dip upwards. So we're just gonna kind of bend it like so. Just a little tiny bend. All right, see how that kind of looks like a shoe? Now it's the back part that's the problem. So with our little soft plastic knife, we're just gonna cut a little bit of the back part just like that. check it out. Bam! We've got a shoe. I'm also going to put a little detail on top of the shoe, maybe a little something like that. Very nice. Now I just need to do the same thing to the other shoe. There. So let's put in the feet, and the legs, into the feet. So we're gonna do it at a little bit of an angle, just like that. Same thing with the other foot. Just stick the leg into it like that. Be sure to mash the clay back around the leg. It'll help it stick in better. I think I changed my mind on this part, guys. I'm gonna use the more maroon color as his full body color. So most of his outfit is going to be this type of red, and the reason I said that is because his arms, you can see right here, they're red. They have red sleeves, but his pant leggings are maroon colored. So we'll probably stick with that color. And Captain Hook has a nice hourglass shape, so that's going to be a little tricky to make, but it's kind of like a squared off peanut. Okay guys, remember how I had the two different colors and I didn't know what to do? So I kind of mixed them into this color. Okay, so this is proving to be pretty difficult to really get the shape down. I'm going to use my little knife here, and let's try that. There we go. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to the other side, flatten into it, make it all nice and smooth, and I'm going to cut again. Let's see, that's pretty close. It's a little thin. I'm going to push it into itself just like that. Alright, we're getting pretty close. Now we just need to stick it on the feet. And be sure to press down. That'll help it stick. Now we need to stick on these yellow stripes here. Here's the first one. And the second one. Oh, we gotta put this little part on first. This goes across his chest. Just like that. And then we'll stick this guy on top. Alright, so to make his arms, we're gonna need to get whatever we have left, split it in half. And then from each of those, we need to also take off a little chunk. So there's 2 chunks. And there's 2 more. Then you take each of the chunks, the bigger pieces, and you're gonna make them into the arms. So you can see, all you have to do is kind of squish it out a little bit. And we already have 2 arms, just like that. And this part, we just flatten these out, and just like with the boots, with Izzy, we're gonna make little cuffs. So there's 1 cuff. And there's 1 more. First thing I'm going to do is stick on his hand. So I'm going to stick it on like that. Perfect. And then we need to do the other one. Let's put the hook on it. I believe the hook goes on Captain Hook's left arm. And his little happy face. Actually, we're missing something. That's what we're missing. We need to make his hair. Okay, so here I have some black Play-Doh. You don't really need too much. You just need a little bit for his face. So like this. This may even be too much already. You're just gonna flatten it out, just kind of like that. Stick it right up on top. That's where his face will go, and then we need 2 little Or actually, here's how we can do it. We're gonna make kind of like a little noodle shape like this. Make sure the ends are very puffy and round, because we're gonna curl it, and that's gonna be his hair. So see how that looks right there? And we're gonna stick his face on. Oh, check that out. That worked out so well. His hair's a little long. Let me make it a little shorter. And his hat. There. There's our Captain Hook. And I think I'll make Bones next because he seems pretty easy. It looks like 2 pieces of green and a black. Here's the cardboard cutouts of Bones. Jeez Louise, look at his neck. It's so long. And we also have the 3 colors, or technically it's 2 colors. We have 2 green and the 1 black. I don't think we need too much of the black in this one, but we definitely need lots of green. His is going to be super easy, so all we have to do is break this green one in half, just like that. Those are going to be his little legs. And then we need to make his belly, so let's break this one a little bit more than in half. Here's a little piece, we're going to use the big piece. And you're just going to make kind of a circle shape like this, and then kind of squish it upwards like that. So it's going to be like a gumdrop. Alright, there it is. And let's get the rest of the pieces out. Oh, I see. Okay, so that looks a little too skinny to be his whole upper body. So to make his chest, I believe that is going to be the black. So we're just going to make let's just make it really big. It's going to be like a good, I don't know what kind of size this would be, like a potato chip? So something like that. Is that too much? Yeah, it is. Okay, so let's try to square it off. Okay, so we went from a potato chip to more of like a brick. There that is, and we're gonna stick on this piece now. And then we need his head sticking out. And I think he usually just has his arms kind of just hanging down. So maybe, yeah, we'll just kind of stick him up in there. Man, he has got some reach. He could really do well at basketball or something. And then we can just put in the feet. There's one leg, and there's the second leg. There we go. Now, the question is how to get him to stand. You're supposed to have some black left. No, actually, it's the green. You're supposed to use the green under his feet. And there he is. Last but not least, we have Jake. So I have my 3 colors here, blue, black, and brown for his shoes. And we're just gonna pull these little cardboard cutouts out. Now I've already done a Jake, so I should be pretty good at this one. So I can't wait to make him again. All right, I got it this time. We are going to leave a little chunk like that for his upper torso. It's not that much, but it just might be enough, maybe a little bit more. That should do it. And with the remainder of the blue, we're gonna make his legs. So there's his legs and his upper body. Make that a little thinner. Awesome. And we're gonna make his boots. Now these are probably gonna be a little bit smaller than Iggy's. I still like to make his feet a little big because it helps him balance. I'm not saying Jake has giant boots, but if we make them a little big, then it's kind of easy to have him stand up straight without falling over, of course. So here's the 2 boots. I have a little bit of brown left, which is what we need because we need to make the little cuffs. So I'm just going to flatten out a piece like this and wrap it around the top. Perfect. One more time. Check that out. Next, the 2 pant legs. And then we need to put the little decorations on the shoes. So first is the letter J. Just goes right there. Awesome. And there's also 2 little gold circles. Those just go on top of the shoe. Now we're going to attach the torso onto the legs. There we go. And then we can put his chest piece on. And then we need some black. So we just need a little bit of black to put his face on. Kind of like that. Nothing too crazy. So the bottom needs to be flat, like that, so it can sit. So you're going to sit it on top of this blue. Then we can put his face on top of that. Actually, I'm going to put his body on the legs a little differently. I'm going to press them onto the legs, so the legs will be pushed onto the body, so I think they'll stick on a little better. There. Yeah, that feels a lot more solid. Now we need to fix up his hair. There's another little piece. Now, my hair in real life is kind of like Jake's, so I think that's why I'm pretty good at styling this. I don't know. You guys let me know if you think this looks pretty cool. So I am digging it. So next, let's put on his little headband piece. Just gonna stick onto the back like that. And his arms. So one arm is gonna be on his hip. Kind of like that. And this arm can just be kind of hanging down. Arr. Alrighty guys, and here's a look at all the Clay Buddy characters we just made. We have Bones, Jake, Scully, Izzy, Cubby, and Captain Hook. And also don't forget, the activity book has a lot of fun puzzles and games to do. Alrighty guys, and that's it for the Jake and the Neverland Pirates Clay Buddies playset. Click on the like button if you want to see me open up this giant Play-Doh Jake egg. Or you can also leave me a comment and tell me who is your favorite character. Mine is Scully. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. This is Seth with DCTC, and thanks for watching.
Another video, that's the end.
Come back soon or we'll miss you, friend.
DCTC. We do toy reviews. DCTC.
And we play with Play-Doh too.
Skits, pranks, eggs and toys.
We make videos for girls and boys.
That's right.